I'm here at Costco, I have to get milk. Yeah, I think it's milk only that I need, but still I get it from here because it is cheaper. And it is funny, I was thinking my fridge is always almost empty because I get my things from Costco because it's cheaper, and some of the things that need to be in the fridge is, like, for example, the milk is 3 boxes of milk in one pack, so I have to put them all in the fridge. So I'm always putting only the essentials, or I'm always getting the essentials for my food because my fridge is not that big. And if I need to cook something with, let's say, an ingredient that I don't carry with me, I will get it that day and use it the same day and go from there. But I always have either cheese or chicken if I want to eat chicken, or meat. And yes, chicken and meat, I buy them when I know that I'm going to be cooking them. Otherwise, for example, in these cold days that we've had in the past, and when I don't feel like cooking, I don't buy. I know that I'm going to eat the last piece of chicken or the last portion of meat that I have, and so it doesn't go to waste, but I'm not going to buy again until I feel like cooking. So just the basics: milk, cheese, tomatoes, and bread. That's what I always carry with me because I know that I am going to eat every day. And also dates. Yes, because when I don't eat meat, then I know that dates is a good source of nutrition, beautiful source of nutrition. And with or without meat, I will have those dates. So yes, pretty basic. That's what I carry in my fridge. So I'm going to go for the milk now, and after that I am going to go to Hyundai because there has been an on and off discussion in my previous vlogs about cooking or not in the trunk, and I haven't cooked in the trunk just for safety reasons because I'm going for the safe side, but I want to make sure that we are all on the same page. And first of all, thank you very much for caring about me and my safety, and for me not to die or not losing my my home. But I do want to make sure that cooking in the trunk is not an option at all, and because I don't know how a car works. I am clueless. I have no idea of anything, and that's the reason why I always have a friend of mine taking care of anything about my car. So I am going to go to Hyundai and go and be upfront and say, can I cook in the trunk with propane? Is there a safety concern because the gas tank is just a wall away from the trunk? And if there is a safety reason, then yes. So the discussion can end and we are all on the same page, and yeah. And thank you very much to those of you that have explained that because new cars are being built this way or another, that I'm fine with cooking in the trunk. But still, I want to make sure that if I'm cooking in the trunk, I am going to be safe. And I've been thinking about going to Hyundai, and I'm going to do it today and see if they can help me with that question. So here I am at Hyundai, and it was funny, but I came to the service department. I was directed by a very nice man to the service department, and I asked the question, and the answer was common sense. Use your common sense. You are right next to the gas tank, and it may not happen, but if it happens, it happens, and then you're in danger. And it's just a grease spill or anything that can start a fire, then I'm done. So nope, no cooking in the trunk. I stopped doing it, but now I wanted to make sure and ask an expert from Hyundai that knows the ins and outs of Elantra. And yes, just confirming what 99% of you told me. Thank you very much. So I came to this mountain, a mountain that I came in summer, and you will find the hike that I did in summer to this mountain. It was pretty hard. I forgot to bring water, and it was really dry and hot. And I made it to the top of the mountain. It's very icy here. And now that I come for the first time in winter, I can see that the snow is still accumulated, even though in the city we don't really have snow. But because of the altitude, of course, there is snow. So I have a funny story to share, and there is one of my vlogs about looking for a place to light a fire in Kelowna, and I go to a place where there is a beach. In hiking down, there is a beach, and people has made that beach nudist beach. I think it's nudist that you say, nudist beach. I don't know. The only thing that matters is that people takes their clothes off at that beach. And funny enough, the last time I went there, I have been going only in winter, so there is no people at the beach. But the funny thing is that a few days ago I went there, and I was making coffee, and when I was putting everything back to leave, this gentleman approached me and starts chatting with me, and suddenly he tells me about the nature of that beach. And it's beautiful, but it's a nudist beach now. And it's not actually officially nudist, but people has made it, as I said, has made it a nudist beach. So I was invited to go in summer, and I think that I'm not going to go ever again to that specific spot, because no clothes for me. I reserve my intimacy for that special person, nobody else. So with that said, that's a spot I don't want to go again. Not even in winter, to be honest. So yes, I am here, and I'm going to fly the drone, so you guys can enjoy the view. I hope it's beautiful. It should be beautiful. Actually, it is beautiful, to be honest. It is beautiful. And I know that coming here, if you walk here or hike here, it's going to be cement all the way up to the mountain. But once you get here, you have different trails in this area. And it is a beautiful mountain. But I'm not going to hike it now, because I'm not going to walk around now because of the snow and ice. And yes, let's just fly the drone, is safer. Oh well, there is a little bit of a hike that I have to do to get to where I want to settle to fly the drone. And here is better. We are back at a spot that I come very often to cook because I like the view and I have a table. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to prepare what I'm going to cook in the car, and then I'm going to take the stove and the pan and everything that I need to the table, so there I can finish everything. Oh my. Oh, I'm happy that there is not much oil here because it fell off, but it didn't spill because it was not, see, it doesn't reach the cup, so it didn't spill, thank God. Otherwise it would be a mess in my car. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is to save the spot there so nobody takes it, otherwise I'm not going to have a spot for me to cook. Yes, and I have to be careful where I put the camera because I was not facing myself right now, you know. And today we're going to have chicken. I wanted to have a skillet, but all I have is a cast iron pan that I'll show you when we are in the sun the bad job I did when I actually seasoned it. It's pretty good, but I messed it up and I tried to fix it when I did it, and it doesn't look good. It was beautiful, beautiful, but now it's not. So I'll show you after. You're standing on the fridge where I have the chicken and the tomatoes and the onion, and also I think I will have to take everything to the table and do it there because it's going to be easier. Yes, I'll take everything to the table in a bag and cook it there. I forgot to buy garlic, so I didn't bring garlic. I think that you have a really good perspective of what's going on here with the position of the camera. So now I'm going to put everything away so it's easier for me to use. Okay. Why is it so difficult to hook it up today? I didn't bring the chicken. Doesn't matter. I can go and get it after I put the onion to cook. Okay, perfect. So, I don't know if you see, but this is what I'm talking about. It was a beautiful seasoning, and here, before it got cold, because I knew nothing about seasoning, I took a napkin and tried to clean a little bit of extra oil that I thought it was extra oil, but it was not. It was seasoned already, and it was still warm, so I made a hole. I lifted the seasoning, so I sprayed oil again, and I put it for 1 more hour in the oven at 450 degrees, and it settled there, but the difference in color is notorious. And after I seasoned it, I never used it again because I had a grill, a panini grill at home, so that was used for the meat and everything, and it's delicious. So now I realize that I miss cooking the meat like that, and I wanted to have a skillet or something covered and everything to use outside, but as I don't have, and what I have is this beautiful pan, then this is what I'm going to use. Yes, and for the other pans I have this lid, and the size is perfect because it covers the pan as well. So this is what I'm using. And the dog park is very busy today. So, oh, I didn't bring anything that I have in the fridge, not even the onion. So I'm going to go and get that. Let's start by putting oil on the pan. Let's see how this goes. I am not an expert in cast iron. I didn't bring the utensils. Nothing. The knife. Oh my god. Okay, this is all I need, and now I think I have everything. So I'm going to start with the onion. Wow, you can tell that it's a beautiful day today because a lot of people are coming and parking and staying in the car because it is cold outside. I'm hot because I've been walking back and forth to the car, bringing everything, but yes, people are coming a lot to this park today. We're going to put onion. Forgot to buy garlic, and at this point I'm not going to go and get it, but the seasoning should be fine either way. And we're going to make a little bit of rice as well. This goes first. Perfect. And we're going to get a little bit of this red pepper, just a bit. Okay, now that we are done with the veggies, we're going to put them on a side. This is the chicken. Now, where's the plus? Plus goes up. Now we are talking. Now we're going to cut the chicken. I brought the water. I'm going to open it so I can wash my hands after. Perfect. In the meantime, we are going to prepare the cardamom. 4 or 5 cardamoms. We are going to smash them with this. That is cleaner. So we can remove the seeds inside the cardamom, because that's what we need for the chicken. I'm happy I had this cast iron pan. Wow, it's not sticking. So it was well done. I'm not that bad. We are going to start putting the cardamom seeds. I think that now we can put the chicken so everything cooks together. And now that everything is dispersed, we're going to add the rest of the ingredients, which are salt, turmeric, paprika, ginger. Yeah, ginger. Believe it or not, it is delicious in food. Italian seasoning. And last but not least, sriracha. And now we mix everything. We add the cherry tomatoes. I think that's enough. Okay, tomatoes, we can put them away as well. And the rice, I'm not going to use saffron today, but the rice just a bit, not too much. Yeah, not too much. Salt and a little bit of oil. No measurements. You just put a lot of water and mix everything. And when the water is evaporated, but not too much, the rice is not dry. It has just a little bit of water. Then you remove it from the fire. So now I'm going to step away so I can start putting things away in the car. And then I'll be back, check this out, and if it's ready, then I'm going to put the rice to cook. Since we are waiting for this to be ready, that is going to be ready pretty soon actually. Yeah, the tomatoes are pretty much done. I wanted to chat about something that it has come up in my comment segment very often. People has curiosity in knowing why I stopped wearing my hijab. And to be honest, I can't answer that question because it is a very personal decision. All I can say is that when I started wearing my hijab a few years ago, before I started wearing my hijab, I said I will never wear a hijab. It was something that I don't know, I didn't see myself doing. And then a few months after, the first day of Ramadan, my first Ramadan, I got an immense, in my first prayer opening fast, my first fasting in Ramadan, I got a strong feeling the moment I was doing my first rak'ah and I was bowing down. I got this strong feeling that I had to wear a hijab. So I got that as a call to wear the hijab because I was totally against wearing it, not because I'm against hijabs, because I didn't see myself wearing it at all. So yes, that happened, and the moment I finished my prayer, I went online and I bought my first hijab. And when I got my first hijab, I started wearing it ever since. But something happened in my life now. You all know that I'm grieving. And when this happened in my life, I got this strong feeling that I can't wear my hijab. I can't say why, and I can't say fully the reasons why I felt I have to stop wearing it. But so far is the feeling I have, and that's why I am not wearing it. Now, will I wear it again? There has not been one day since I stopped wearing my hijab that I haven't felt like going back and putting my hijab on. I miss it every day. And yes, will I wear it in the future? Most likely, because I miss it. But I don't know when. It can be in a week, it can be in a month, it can be in a year. It can be in 10 years. I don't know. But do I have the feeling that I will wear it again? Well, yes, I do. That's all I can say. I hope I answered your questions about wearing my hijab or not. One thing that I must explain as well is that wearing a hijab is a personal business. It's a personal decision. Nobody can force a woman to wear the hijab. Forcing a woman either to wear the hijab or to remove the hijab once is wearing the hijab is totally against Islam. The decision of wearing the hijab is doing it for God and not for a man, not for a mother, not for a father, not for anyone, but for yourself. It's a decision between you and God. All about Islam is about your relationship with God only, and everything you do, right or wrong, is between you and God. That's it. That is very important to know, that the decision of wearing the hijab is between you and God, and everyone has to respect that decision. So, yes. And when I removed it, the people around me respected it as well. When I put it on, even my family that is not Muslim, they respected it. And even when I became Muslim, my family respected that decision. And the answer I got was, I was blessed with a beautiful family, because the answer I got was, if you're happy, we're happy. So that's all I wanted to hear from my family, and I got it. And I was actually kind of intimidated to let them know, but that intimidation stopped the moment I received that answer from them. So I hope this answered your questions. Now we are going to wait for rice to be ready, and dinner for today is going to be ready. And when the rice gets to the point where the bubbles are showing because of the water, that's when I turn it off, and it has the perfect moisture. It's not dry and it's not soaking wet. It has just the perfect moisture. And the rice keeps absorbing the water a little bit, so it's not going to be like a soup. But now is test time. And I know that the rice is extremely hot, but it is -1 degrees here. Sunny. The sun is warm, actually. I like it. You can feel the warmth on your skin, so I love it. We're going to have a little bit of the veggies. So red pepper, tomato, and a piece of chicken. Bismillah. Oh, this is really good. This is really good. Let's see. The flavors. I realized that also I can eat with what I cook. So this spatula is more than enough for me to eat. The perfect amount of oil, and it is hot, but it's the perfect amount of oil and salt. Now what I'm going to do is to have a mix of everything on the spatula. But I have to wait because the rice is a little bit hot, actually burning hot. Okay, here goes to something, not nothing. So good. I'll leave it for tonight. Well, in a few hours only. Sunsets after 5 p.m. here. So I am going to end the vlog here. I hope you liked it and you enjoyed it. And thank you very much for being here. Love you all. Salam alaikum.